Hello, Resurrection. It's November the 9th. Boy, did I have fun with y'all on Sunday. It was a good, strong, well-attended service for our annual meeting for All Saints and All Souls. I forgot, after all of that rigmarole, I forgot to read the names of the departed from the altar on Sunday. So, of course, I will do that this Sunday, and I apologize to you for that. It just bothers the heck out of me. We had a lot going on Sunday, in spite of my children telling me it was the worst sermon I've ever preached in my whole entire life. I thought everything else came off okay. Dinner was wonderful. It was also well attended. You know, I have fun hanging out with y'all. Y'all are some of my best friends in the world, and I'd rather be with you than with most other people on the planet. I do so love being your priest, and that was our seventh annual meeting together, sixth or seventh. I have to look. I'm not sure. I think that may have been seven. That may have been our seventh annual meeting together, and it was a good one. We elected some great vestry members. We have a good vestry coming up. You couldn't go wrong with the candidates that we had this year. But I want to thank Charlie Brush and Frank Field and John Schuster, who were elected to the vestry, and I want to thank all seven uh, of you. If you've noticed, there's kind of a pattern at Resurrection that often the first year you run, you're not elected, but it kind of gives you some name recognition, and very often you are elected the second time around. It works that way more often than not. So sometimes, if you've been nominated or you've been asked to run, sometimes we know that it's going to be hard for you to get elected the first time around, but we do that so you'll have name recognition for the next time around, and that way we've always got some depth on the bench. But as I said, you couldn't go wrong with any of the seven we had this time, and it is more fun to win elections than it is to lose them. But I thank you for putting yourselves out there, for making yourselves vulnerable in that kind of election. I think we do that pretty well at at Resurrection. Nobody gets their feelings hurt because we know how it works at the Res, and I thank you. Now, somebody that we didn't run for vestry, who we've drafted to be our new treasurer as John Southwood rolls off, is Elizabeth Heaston, who is as qualified as she can be, sweet as she can be. We're looking forward to working with her. We do not have a secretary for the vestry right now. You don't have to be a member of the vestry to be the secretary, but you can be. It's something you can do for 1 year, you can do it for 3 years, you can do it for 20 years. So we're looking for a secretary for the vestry. If you're interested in that, let me know. It basically just means signing some documents for us when it's that time, and it means taking the minutes in the vestry meeting. Lynn Price has done that for us for several years now. I think like 5 years. And Lynn is the bionic note taker. Those minutes are waiting for me in my inbox before I can drive home. I'm not making that up. Before I can drive home from the vestry meeting, from the vestry meetings. It beats all I've ever seen. But we have got some of the most capable, the most qualified folks on the planet at Resurrection, and that is some of the secret to our success. Is we just got the best people in the whole wide world here, and that was obvious again on Sunday. Thank you to Mary Jo for getting the lunch all together for us. Thank you for everybody who brought food. We just had a clergy gathering here, and Frank Field put that together for us. Resurrection's just one of those places where if you say, "Hey, we need some help," people come out of the woodwork to help us, and I'm so grateful to that. I'm so grateful to the three of you who are rolling off the vestry for the 3 years that we've had together. A good 3 years, a hard 3 years. I think it'll be one of those things we talk about for years and years to come, about how difficult it was during the lockdown to keep the church up and running. And I've heard this from some of our vestry folks, that after 3 years of doing that they're tired. They were needing their break, and so we ask you to rest up and heal up, and then we'll all get back to it. For the next 2 weeks, you can kind of feel it building. Right, next week this coming Sunday is a normal Sunday. If there's anything if there's ever such a thing as a normal Sunday. Then the Sunday after that is Christ the King Sunday. What's Christ the King? Well, that's the day we put the big, nice, tidy ribbon on the end of the church year. We'll sing all the good hymns, and we'll put the 2022 church year to rest so that we can start all over again on the first Sunday of the church year, which is different from the calendar year, which will be Advent 1. Can you believe we are only 3 weeks away from the first Sunday of Advent now? So Thanksgiving is about 2 weeks away also, and we're turning the corner into a very busy time of the year. But my favorite time of the year, the attendance will pick up. The days will get colder. It'll get cozier in the church as we bring in all the greenery, and we await the coming of Jesus. Right? We await the retelling of the story of his first coming, but we remind ourselves that we're waiting for the real deal too one day. That he has come once, and he will certainly come again. And until he does that, we're waiting for it. And I'm waiting to see you this very Sunday. I love you, and I'll see you then.